Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
While you're in sunny Florida, be sure to visit
WARlando! Enter into a world of epic adventure.
This is our 10th chapter, playing the Dungeons & Dragons adventure, Out of the Abyss.
Does anybody want to do a quick recap of what we got into on the last episode here? A little bit of an abbreviated episode, combat heavy, but you all want to jump in and kind of touch on any highlights that you remember that jump right out?
Things got dark. We got to show off some of the neutral and evil tendencies that we have as a group.
Yeah.
My moral compass was magnetic, went over this side with the iron ore.
Yeah.
That just happened to be tied to somebody. Oh.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Dawnbringer got to show off her lack of
She's a
approval.
big hero.
Yeah.
We're gonna make Selkie pay for that +2 every single time.
Yeah.
Of course, kind of as you guys survive some harrowing encounters with all manner of foul beasts that live amongst the Dark Lake and its caverns, you all survived the 20-day trek from what was the town of Slubadoop all the way to the city of Gracklstugh. I'd like for us to start off by, and we've heard bits and pieces of it here, but let's talk a little bit about how you're going to approach Gracklstugh. And just by way of reminder, before his passing, Bupido told you this, also Hemeth can tell you this, and other folks, NPCs in the party can warn you that it's not the most friendly place to be approaching. You'll not be expected to walk right in the front gate, and just mosey on up to an old bar stool at the tavern. So I'm curious, with that knowledge, what y'all think about strategy and tactics for trying to find this waypoint in the darkness.
There's only two ways to approach, right? By land or by sea?
Yep.
Well, we are pirates.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
How else would we approach?
Do we know of any other way?
Well, if it wasn't land or sea, what would be the other option?
I could turn into a dragon.
Air.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could Daenerys that shit, right?
Yeah. That always works well.
For the first few episodes. Yeah.
Well, one of the infusions that I can create is a bag of holding.
Oh, really?
Really?
And we can...
Yeah. That's great. That's its new sheet.
Yeah.
Leave the nightlight on, right?
Yep. We'll toss a torch in with her. It'll be fine.
So we got lots of treasure that we don't want anybody to get their hands on.
And do we want it all in one bag?
I don't know.
How many bags of holding can you make? Just one?
This one.
Well, better than having it all out in the open, I guess.
Do we need to put Dawnbringer in there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wise.
I don't think it'd be a good idea to carry her into the city.
Definitely not out in the open.
Yeah.
Waving above your head.
I think there's a lot of treasure also that can be worn.
Yeah.
Like, rings and bracelets and stuff. Might be a good idea to, dress up like we're not refugees. We're well-moneyed traders that are coming to town.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I do like that.
And by way of culture, Hemeth, who's the Duragar that you helped rescue from the siege of Slubadoop, will tell you, says, yeah, it might work as a costume, but just so you know, Duragar don't look too kindly on any kind of adornment. It's very plain folks, and anybody with jewels or showing any kind of outward sign is going to be kind of looked down upon, just so you know.
All right, so
Bunch of
never
squares.
mind never mind that plan. Let's
Anyway.
hide all the expensive stuff.
How much can the bag hold? The bag of holding that you got.
500 pounds.
Oh,
Wow.
Half the gold.
half the gold.
Does it cost anything, any components or anything for you to create that?
I was trying to look to see how many of them I could create. I have 2 slots.
In case we do get arrested, we're gonna have to hide these somewhere.
Put
Wait,
it in the other bag.
One bag inside the other. Yeah, I mean,
They'll never see that coming.
no. How many
No.
times can you do that?
I mean,
Each one holds
That would be-
500 pounds, but each one only weighs a pound.
we're getting into Einstein now, man. Theoretical limits.
Let's just envision moving floating clocks. And then,
Right.
so the bag of holding, choose a magic item that you can make with it, picking from the replicable items tables below. A table's title tells you the level you must be to choose the item. It doesn't tell me what I have to have. It just says create infusion. So like as part of the, yeah, I mean,
I need to read some more artificer stuff. I don't understand it, and that's to be expected. But like, yeah, for right now, let's just say you made a bag of holding. No problem. I see what you're looking at, and it seems appropriate. So
yeah, I didn't know. I didn't remember reading that you had to have like.
I don't see it either. Yep. So let's
ingredients. They were just things that like I can make those.
Yeah, I think so. That's how I'm reading it for right now.
It takes me a day, like a long rest.
Okay.
So it takes me a long rest to switch out one of these items.
Gotcha.
So it just takes me time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. You can just do that.
Yeah, bag of holding bamfs into existence.
That's
Who's,
badass.
Yeah.
I love it. Thanks, clocks.
Yeah, well, you know, yeah, small in size, but
Yeah.
kind of a big deal.
The motion of the ocean. For the pirates among us.
Right. So how are we getting in after we stash all the goods? Gonna just sail the Bukido right on through to the main docks?
Forgot we had named the boat that.
Hey, we named it after our most beloved companion who...
Yeah, right. Yeah.
How could you forget?
Stool's over in the corner. He goes, "Oh."
Oh.
It's all right. Our most beloved dead companion.
And what do we know about the Dwargar? What language do they speak?
That's a good question. I believe it's Dwarven.
Dwarven. That's very fitting.
But it being a proper trading city, you would expect to find no shortage of folks that can speak common.
Is that common or undercommon or just?
Yeah, in Gracklstugh, Hemeth can tell you, yeah, you won't have any problems with language there. It's a pretty busy hub. Lots of people speak common.
All right, good. So if it's a busy hub, we can present ourselves as you know traders that are coming to trade our goods, buy armor and gear.
He says, I could see that working. I was more just letting you know, Duragar, their culture, you know, they may or may not look fondly upon it from their own perspective, but not that plan won't work.
So who's taking the bag of holding?
I don't think it's Clocks' bag of holding, so he's the one who made it. I think he's the one that's going to...
Do you want to wear it?
No. Exactly wear it. He's the most intimidating out of all of us.
I've got
Such a cute bag. I put so many sequins on it and
him
everything.
or Mornhelm. I don't need a purse. I'm good. They look better by Dak anyway.
Mornhelm, you want to do the honors of carrying this bag of holding? Be the one responsible for all of our money and treasure?
I'm going to be a Durgar.
Oh, that's right. You're going to shapeshift or
wow,
change your appearance.
Walk just behind y'all.
What? How do you change your or do you have something that lets you change your appearance?
My disguise spell.
Yeah.
Disguise self, I can use it anytime.
Yep, I think it's just
And it takes all my weapons and everything stay on me. You just can't see them.
I think he's got just a innate ability from his feet.
Oh, okay.
Well, my suburban friends.
Suburflin magic, I think, is the feat.
Perfectly, but yeah.
Yeah.
What about Selkie? Can you only change into one shape?
I mean, my appearance stays pretty much the same, except I get a little bit furrier and more webbing between my fingers. I don't shift that much.
You can't shift into a Dwargar.
No.
I can turn into a little like kid Durgar because I can grow.
That's right.
I can turn into something a foot taller than me or a foot shorter.
There we go. Yeah.
Hey, Mister.
Two of you then.
Yeah, I have the disguise self spell.
Yeah.
I can seem 1 foot shorter or taller. I can appear thin, fat, or in between.
Oh, I think you guys both have the same spell, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I have a disguise kit, but that's not going to do much.
Yeah, I think the problem with Clocks is Clocks starts off as small, whereas Mornhelm starts off as medium.
I could be
dad. Shorter.
Yeah, you can.
You can hold my hand.
Yeah. Can you swing me? You know,
Swing me around.
like you used to.
Just a second, let me get some rope out.
All right, so we got a regular Duragar, a kid Duragar. We've got Selkie. we've got Dak, and then we've got Zakram the Cancer Kid.
Yes.
I mean, I'll hold his hand if he wants to hold somebody's hand.
I'll hold Selkie's hand.
Is that how we're presenting ourselves? It's like instead of going to a theme park, we brought Zakram to Gracklstugh.
I need a leash. I need a leash for him.
Evil families go on vacation too, and they all go to Gracklstugh.
All right, so we're a small trading company that's come to Gracklstugh to buy gear and make passage for Skullport.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. That sounds great.
You
Is
two are.
Skullport like something people would be like, "What? You're going to Skullport? Get 'em, boys!"
I don't think so. What I've read, and this was 20 years ago, what I read about Skullport was that it's the kind of place that welcomes unsavory folk, where you could go to recruit other ruffians to join your crew, and everybody wants to buy gear and sell gear, and it's a place where one could make their fortune.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah,
Gracklstugh has a kiosk there.
Who has a kiosk?
Gracklstugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think probably the number one thing, anybody who's heard of Skullport, which wouldn't be everybody, but the folks who have heard of it would mostly know that finding it is hard. That's not, you can't just, you don't just show up over there. Nobody can just, people know how to get there, but not a lot of people, right? Just finding information on how to get there is a whole thing.
Yeah. It reminds me of Tortuga in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Yeah.
Full map.
So what is the plan with your herd of NPCs?
Oh boy, yeah.
Do we let
Forgot
them
about them.
Fergus
just
will
kind of like look over our shoulder and realize that they're there listening in to us.
Fergus will say, "This will be lovely. I can't wait to take in a proper inn with a feather mattress and pillows."
I think maybe we treat them all as our we've captured them. They're our servants.
Retinue,
yeah.
Or we dress them up like clowns and pack them into one of the bags.
Vargas could fit in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all you see is this little kid Duragar chasing around Fargus with a bag, trying to.
Get in the bag.
But I feel like if you got him in there, it'd be a little bit like Scrooge McDuck's vault. He'd just be like leaping through piles of treasure.
Yeah.
The bag of holding there.
Yeah,
Oh, no, the
having
other
some
bag.
seriously goody conversations with Dawnbringer.
Yeah.
It'd be like two Ned Flanders talking to one another.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Drinking, no swearing, no dancing.
Yeah, it'll be like it's a D&D version of the movie Footloose in there. I just want. All right. So what I think I've got here in terms of your approach is coming at Gracklstugh by sea.
Yeah.
with all the player characters in the guise of a traveling group of traders, maybe with their children, and this retinue of servants / guards / butlers, things like that.
Hired help.
Hired help.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That paints a pretty good picture. Is there anything else you guys want to discuss before we make the approach?
Nah. I was just gonna maybe ask. I mean, tieflings are probably well received here, right?
I mean, they're not well received.
Okay,
Babies.
all right, that's good. Received
But
enough.
babies.
As much as anyone, they don't want to be enslaved more than any other race. I'll put it that way.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, I'm just let it be known. I do have disguise self as well, but I'm going in as a tiefling. We'll see how things go, and then.
Hairless cancer kid tiefling. Got it.
You don't want to turn into a Dwergar? You could disguise yourself as an adult.
Well, I'm. Let's see. My appearance is 8 years old, and I can only go a foot taller with the disguise self. I can't change it that much. So.
Or a foot
You're
shorter.
already- At
Or
a
a foot
foot,
shorter. Yeah.
at 8 years old, you're probably already taller than a Durgar.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah. That's true.
You could. I mean, you've got a really high charisma.
Yeah.
You could. If you became a Dwergar too, you could be our spokesperson.
Yeah, you think that would be a good mix? All right, I'll do it.
I'm not.
Better thing.
I twist my arm, Dak.
Tries talking.
All right, I cast disguise self.
The most stable individual is now leading the way.
Yeah, you said it. Come on. Yeah.
All right.
But with my disguise self, I make my pirate hat even cooler than it was before, but not too cool where it might,
Right.
ruffle any feathers here in Squaresville.
Or make Selkie too jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not a terrible way to describe it, actually, as Squaresville, because I think the what you can learn about the culture of this place is that this is like blue collar craftsmanship and workmanship and work ethic, like taken to the absolute extreme, right? Every Durgar culture, by and large, ignores art, ignores music, ignores cultural things, and puts the emphasis on all about the most efficient day's work you can possibly put in, and the entire city sort of runs on that.
This, everybody remember Fraggle Rock, the Doozers?
Yeah.
So they're called?
Totally.
Yes.
Way less cute though.
Yeah. and I'm sure at some point something's going to come along and eat all their creation. So.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. What's the dog's name in Fraggle Rock?
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, I don't know.
The dog's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know what we could also do if Zakram's in the lead. We can pretend we're a band.
They don't like music though.
Yep.
They wouldn't appreciate that. Would it just
Be
be
an
a
iron
bunch
band.
of,
I don't know.
I mean, it would be cool, and that was my first thought too. But after hearing how they are,
Yeah.
here, then I can appreciate these these hippies coming to town.
All right, so we're a trading company looking to buy armor and weapons and make our way to
Yeah.
Skullport.
Straightforward, keep it like that. Just gonna go in, order a proper Budweiser, nothing fancy, and
Yeah.
just go with that. Just a meat and potatoes kind of place.
Nick and Jamie, you guys, what do you think?
Sounds good.
To go as a band.
No,
No.
it's a trading
Not
company.
Span.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They would appreciate that kind of stuff.
What's the name of our trading company?
That's it.
Um.
Let's see. What could we?
I feel like this might stick. Pick carefully.
Oh yeah.
Are you an adult Duragar or a kid Duragar?
Oh, I'm an adult.
Okay. I was gonna say it could be like son and son.
Oh.
Like, or whatever. Father and son trading core.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Fast.
Duragar and Duragar.
Yeah.
Like window
Duragar,
chicken.
Duragar, Duragar.
Be fast.
You're my uncle. He's my dad.
Yeah, it gets really
As far
messy.
as we know.
Asking too much.
And I'm the mischievous little boy who doesn't listen to anybody.
I don't
Always
think
gets into trouble.
I don't think any of the Durgars are going to be that interested in our backstory.
We're interested in.
We'll spend our entire evening just making up this backstory for this group, and we're gonna set
And that's at 3 hours later.
set foot as soon as we get in line of sight. Arrest them!
Nobody asked a damn thing about it.
Nope.
So,
Or it's not even there because the Demogorgon just already trapped.
yeah, well, we're slightly off around the corner, you know. Yeah, it's being ransacked right now by the Demogorgon. All right, so what's our trading name? Yeah. What's our trading name?
Go ahead.
So what is the trading name? Trading company name? Have we decided?
Sun and Sons, right?
Sun and Sons? I like that. Sun and Sons.
Dad died.
All right, it sticks.
Sun and Sons.
Okay. Anything else before you all approach? By the way, I feel great about my decision to not prepare for you people. I really do, because no way we're going to see all that junk.
How come that had not been on your list?
All right, I think we're ready.
All right. So we load up the Bupido, jump back on, start.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be right up on the bow.
All right, little box text to start us off. After hours of tense navigation, you glimpse an orange glow in the distance. Soon you hear faint metallic echoes growing louder as you come closer. Firelight illuminates massive columns with structures built around their bases. The cold air of the Underdark is becoming warmer even at this distance, and you can now see a variety of piers made from zirkwood, stone, and plain rock jutting out along the edge of a huge cavern. You are approaching from the Dark Lake. I will eventually post this for you guys to see, but in the interest of our listening audience, I will just describe what the coastline looks like. You approach from the north, you are heading south, and laid out in front of you are a handful of different docks. And you think you can see sort of into what looks like a huge bazaar. There is the clanking and loud talking and voices sort of echoing out across the Dark Lake. Hemeth will tell you, best move is to just try to find an out-of-the-way pier and pull up over there. Maybe we'll slip in unnoticed.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Take advice where we can get it.
That one over there by the motion detectors.
Yep. Yeah. Now, are you all trying to come in stealthily and unnoticed, or are you? What's your approach kind of look like?
I like the thought of just hiding in plain sight. Like we just act. Let someone pick up a clipboard. Just act like we're supposed to be there.
Yeah. Just exactly. Act like we know what we're doing.
Yep.
Everybody get their act.
Yeah, and I'll be up on the bow. I'll try to make myself the most visible. And I'll just be grimacing like a Duragar that I imagine. Just proper grimace, just up there in my cloak. Every now and then looking back and pointing to the docks or which dock I want to board on, to tie it up.
We all have bright orange SS first on.
Our
Yes.
safety vests, our PPE.
Yep.
And I can create like a static visual effect with words. So if you need like some sort of like emblem or like Sun and Sons.
Yeah, like a Sun and Sons emblem.
Like a stylized lightning S.
Oh, it just got to have lightning in it for sure.
Yeah. S. Just like
Yeah, like
SS
that. Yeah, S and S. Oh yeah, like the Black Sabbath S and S. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah, from the I Sold My Soul to Rock and Roll album. Yeah, S and S.
And
Yeah.
Nicholas can make some business cards for us. Clocks, static images, business cards we can hand out.
Yeah, don't make them too fancy. Don't.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
Very
right.
plain.
Marked.
not like an American Psycho, where they're going to be judging, the type of font and the card stock. Just make it real bare bones, buddy.
Oh,
So-
is that a watermark?
I pull out my woodworking tools and I hack away on our way up to it, and I make these really nice thin wooden business cards that are like, man, it'll make any one of these pencil pushers like
Okay.
Rule.
Yeah.
Well,
make a, if you're going to make that, go ahead and do I think probably a performance check or a tools check, which would be some kind of, I don't know, either dexterity or some proficiency-based thing.
All right. So I got an 18. What do you want me to add to it? Dex, that'd be 21.
Yeah, that's they come out looking just like you hoped. Like these are proper looking stack of little, not too cheap, but not expensive enough where you don't mind giving them away, right? When they look like they have proper craftsmanship,
That's good, but sensible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Put a lot of money into the one card.
Yeah, and so let me ask this: on the business card, the point of a business card would usually be to give somebody your phone number or email address. So what's your what does the location say, or how can somebody refer to that back to this later when they throw it in their junk drawer and find it and like, oh yeah, that guy.
Doc
Does
3.
it have the Bupido's name on it?
Where's the treasure cave?
Yeah, what was the name of that map?
It was
Pharmacy.
The Lost Tomb of Kime?
That's one. Right by the lock.
So you want to put something on the back of the card? What?
Well, I'm just generally asking what's on the card. If it's just your name, it's fine.
Yeah, no, it would be probably Sun and Sons with the lightning logo for the S's, and then we could do sensible wares for sensible prices, and the S will be for the sensible on each line. Yes, no fooling around here. We should straight.
Alliteration is our game.
Yes, exactly.
All right. So you're kind of rowing up toward this, and you see a very, very busy pier and port. Where there's lots of activity and a few ships moored up and people kind of pounding up and down, back down the docks, and then you see a couple more where they're a little bit more out of the way, a little quieter. What are y'all thinking?
Probably the outer way, quiet one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not too quiet.
Like
Sensibly quiet.
Sensible spot.
just
That's
All right.
our motto, after all.
Dad, I want that spot. Can we do that spot, Dad? Please, please, please.
All right, you guys row on up to it with both boats, and you see this old bearded Durgar with he's got one eye, a big long beard, and he's down there. He's at the end of his pier. He gets up out of his chair and looks like annoyed that you guys are even making him stand up. He just kind of eyes you guys up and down and says, "Destination and source of goods. You gotta fill out this form. Where are you coming from? Where are you headed?"
I have an important question. Is he wearing an eye patch?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
lovely.
Adornments here. No, you.
No, yeah.
Not even an eye patch.
Is he
No, I
is he
mean,
wearing
maybe if it's
wearing
cool,
a
hat.
dry hat and pants?
so is Clocks, you want to fill this thing out?
He says,
Don't mind
hey.
Give me that, son.
my dad.
You
Hey.
questions, I write it down. That's the protocol.
Oh,
Aw.
yeah. Coming from Sloopity-Boop.
Coming from
And
sleep.
I tell you what,
What do you got? A bunch of fish shit in the boat? What the fuck are you coming from there for?
that's what I would say. And I can't tell you how glad I am to be here, back where it's sensible.
Okay.
I
Can't
tell you,
agree
those
with that.
fish people. You
What's-
dealt with them before?
The fish folk?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They
Well, you know
show
what?
up here. We don't let them roam around town. We don't want their kind. It's just
Trust
go
me.
wherever they want.
They
They
think.
could go down to the Blade Bazaar. They could probably might let them stay down there at Goldburn's lair, but we keep an eye on them.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should. They're slippery folk.
They don't fucking blink. It's weird.
I know, they just stare at you with those lifeless eyes.
It spits.
Yeah, I spit too. Yeah. And I give them that, like, knowing nod after the spit, like, yeah, I agree. Damn them all.
He says, speaking of that, what the hell's with these ones? And he points over at the boat with the NPCs in it.
There's something to look at, aren't they? Yeah. What a motley crew I have here, I tell you what. But you know what? They do pretty good for me. They're pretty good workers. I mean, you can't tell from the way they look, but they put in a good day's work.
Well, I guess there's nothing about being a piece of shit that means you can't pull an oar. So,
exactly.
All right, let's get down to business. I got things. I'm busy as I imagine you are.
I can see you are.
Where you headed? You're coming from Sloobadoop. Where you headed? Going down to the bazaar?
Going down to the bazaar. Just getting, gonna possibly pick up some more wares and keep moving on.
The bazaar.
Yeah. How's it looking these days, huh?
Worse every day, but then again, so do I.
I slap my knee. And I spit again. And I give him a knowing nod.
And that's a chimney I wrote.
Last thing on the form. What are you going to declare? What are you bringing in here?
Not much. We got rid of most of our goods at Sloopity Boop. And whatever that place is called, I tell you what, those fish folks and their fish language and good Lord, I tell you. But hey, they bought a lot of what I had, so that's good.
You're not bringing any of this stuff here. All this stuff staying on the boat. And you kind of, I mean, I guess is there anything laying out you guys didn't put in the bag of holding? I guess there'd be, if you guys kept it, there might be the ore that you guys took from them. There's
extra oars.
A bunch of weapons and things like that. He says, you're not bringing any of that into the bazaar?
I mean, look at it. You think anybody's going to buy this garbage?
I don't know. Maybe the junkers.
Yeah, they could probably smelt it down, huh?
That's right. Scrap metal.
Oh, except we got a couple extra oars. I don't know. You want any of these?
All right. No goods declared at all.
You
guys
no
have
good
everything
goods.
in the bag of holding, right?
What's that now?
You guys have everything in the bag of holding, right? You're just going to bring it in?
Yes, we're going to just bring it in and not declare that.
Right.
Yeah.
It says.
Yeah. We'd like to declare one bag of holding, please. Oh, no.
Well, if you're not bringing any goods, then I guess we can. There's not much that you're just probably bringing in some cash. You're going to pick up a new load and head back out, right?
That's the plan, sir.
All right. He kind of eyes you closely and says, all right, got 3 boats here. 1 gold per day per boat. You want to leave them on my dock?
All right. Sounds like a deal.
2 days up front. I know you're not leaving back out of here tonight. You're going to get in there the tavern probably.
No, probably tavern, stay for the night, rest a bit. You got it, sir.
All right. 1st and 2nd day up front. Then the balance of the days when you take off out of here.
All right. I'll pay him.
All right.
I'll say, well, wait, Dad.
Shut up, Ralphie.
What if we pay the whole week up front, but only for 2 boats?
Kind of scratches this thing. Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion?
Yep.
21.
He says,
Right, Jeff?
yeah, well, you probably noticed I don't have the business I usually do around here. There's assholes 2 piers over, cutting rates, doing shit jobs. You know how it is. But all right, that's a deal. He'll take 2 boats for a week. Will be 14 gold.
This is 14 gold instead of the 6 gold we were going to pay.
Right.
Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah.
What a great deal.
And he says, that's right. And I won't come looking for you if you leave them here all week. And he kind of gives you a grimace.
I turn around.
All right, Ralphie.
Flip my britches like I just did something good.
All right, Ralphie, you're paying out of your allowance this week, all right? I didn't plan on staying a full week, but, kids, huh? I look back at them.
I'll tell you what. I know, dumbass kids. They don't know what they're doing.
Especially this one. I mean, just look at him.
I'm 206 years old. I got 43 kids. You think I don't know? He says, "I'll tell you what. You guys don't end up staying the week. We'll use whatever's left over there. Do some minor repairs to the boats while we got them here. We'll tar them back up, replace some planks, maybe throw in some new oars. What do you say?"
Sounds like a good deal. You got yourself a deal, sir.
Good. Yeah, my dickhead kids need shit to do too, so they're gonna get them out of here and fix them for you.
Excellent. And if you need any help, you can take one of my dickhead kids right here.
I spit on the ground.
Yeah.
He spits on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah, and I spit too. We're all spitting. Oh, man.
All I can think of is the Lollipop Guild.
And there's our reference for the day.
He says, "All right, deal well struck. We all spit, so we're good."
Our feet are stuck to the planks now.
Right. All right, so I'll wave on to boat B. I'm like, come on, go ahead and lash it up, you freak shows.
Yeah. And Darendelle will step out of the boat and he'll go, "This is not the manner of which I've been accustomed."
Shut up.
Oh, right.
Hey,
right.
Hey, did I ask you? I don't believe I asked you what your opinion was, huh? Come on. I didn't ask.
He says,
because I didn't shake your head.
Yeah. You better be a good worker. That one's lippy. All right. You guys get on down the dock here. I'll haul these things up. We'll get the repair started. And listen, just the rest of these lot here, don't take them out past the Dark Lake District. They're not going to be welcome.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I understand completely. I mean, hell, I'd rather leave them here right in the boat, but,
Yeah. Well, you did that. Somebody come along and snatch them up, sell them as slaves.
Yeah, right. I spit.
All right. You and the party have your the bag of holding with all your goodies, and you make it down the end of this pier here. And you have successfully navigated your way into the area of Gracklstugh, known as the Dark Lake District. Box text coming. A wave of heat slams against you as an acrid smog rises to choke the air out of your lungs. The Dark Lake spreads out beyond a jumble of buildings and streets, reflecting the lights and countless fires burning across the city within hollowed-out columns and stalagmites. Though the streets are crowded, you move easily within the surging throng of buyers, merchants, and slaves. You aren't the only outsiders here, as you spy drow, Sverflin, Darrow, orcs, and other races in the crowds. The shouting of people blends with the sound of distant hammering to create a constant, distracting din.
Awesome.
And just to really describe it, I mean, this is, the air is choked thick with this smog that just lays low, that there's no mistaking comes from these kind of ever-burning furnaces that are built throughout the city, and that's the kind of the source of this glow, as there's just dozens of them throughout here, and you can just see that they're constantly growing orange, constantly being fed some kind of fuel, and constantly belching out this black, icky smoke that sort of doesn't even hang as a mist. It almost just like settles 2 or 3 feet above the ground as you guys sort of make your way through this bazaar.
Excellent. The tiefling within of Zoc breathes deep. And also he takes note of just the clamor of the hammers and all the cacophony of sounds about him, and he's going to sample this into an industrial song later. So maybe a little like Author and Punisher.
Love some Author and Punisher. You know, you're in a proper bazaar here, and you got a fair amount of loot you guys have accumulated. So if there's weapons or armor or basically non-magical weapons, armor, stuff like that you're thinking you might want to add, with some of your loot, you can totally make that happen here with a little merchant role playing, if that's something you guys are interested in.
I definitely want to get some more armor.
Think you're in the place to do it.
Yeah, and I am rolling, by the way.
Great.
Right. Roll away.
So you guys sort of step out into the Blade Bazaar, and there's just, there's armorer stands, and there's weapon stands, and there's adventuring gear, just about anything you can imagine. All non-magical stuff. You're not going to find, plus anything, necessarily or whatever. But anything else of the mundane sort, the dwarves of the Duragar of Gracklstugh have been making, you are unlikely to find as high a quality stuff anywhere else in the Underdark. This is what they're known for.
I'm looking for a full plate armor, suit of full plate.
Okay.
What about you, Mornhelm?
I'm still afraid of falling off the boat.
He's gonna get some swimmies.
Yeah.
Yeah, full plate armor.
What is your strength, Dak?
Strength is 18.
Okay, no problem. I didn't know if you were dex based or strength based. I couldn't remember.
Strength based all the way.
Okay, so no problem there. Yeah, just that right out of the player's handbook, a full suit of plate will cost 1,500 gold.
We better sell some of these jewels and baubles that we've collected in our inventory.
Yeah, and I mean it's a proper trading post. It's no problem. So if you can do straight currency or equivalent value of gems and stuff like that is also no problem. You don't need to go to like a currency changer or anything like that.
Okay. We have.
But don't stick your hand in the bag.
Right. We've got like 600 gold pieces of zircons, plus 1,200 loose gold pieces, 4,000 silver pieces, which is, I guess, 400 gold pieces.
Yep.
That's all I see in the inventory channel that we have, but I feel like at some point we got some other... Oh yeah, here we go.
There's a couple of different entries in there that have stuff.
Okay. So does anyone object to me buying better armor?
No, I'm fine. Zoc really doesn't care.
Yeah.
He doesn't need anything, except maybe some more rations. Are there any good rations places around?
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
There are lots of good rations, and no, they don't want to buy your nasty rations. That
Can we do a swap? Come on.
Ration swap.
See that lineup over there? It's not for mushrooms.
Yeah, the Chick-fil-A stand does not want mushrooms. Super long line for a very basic.
Oh, is it Sunday though? They're probably closed.
No, there's no telling down here.
That's the one day I crave it.
I would like to replenish my my adventurer's kit. I know that I sent 50 feet of rope down into the water with that. Just want to make sure we all have our full allotment of torches and rope and all the other stuff we might need in our basic adventurer's kit.
Gotcha. Maybe Sereth might like to buy a few more bolts for the hand crossbow.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep. So why don't we all say, I'm looking for the price of an adventurer's kit. I don't think it's very much, but just to be straightforward with it, we'll say everybody has the equivalent of a fresh adventurer's kit.
Okay.
at the end of this.
Yeah.
And at full, if you're running low on ammunition or think you are, then you're all stocked up, and that'll cost you just to kind of reset your baseline back to kind of what a starting character sheet would be and starting new stuff. We'll say you guys can all do that for all the NPCs and all of you guys for, let's say for 25 gold. It's really not very expensive stuff.
25 gold each or total?
Oh, like
yeah.
everyone gets it. All right.
Yeah, because I mean, you're not going to be missing all the stuff.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
You have lost a rope and lost some arrows and stuff, so you're just basically baselining back to whatever that stuff does.
The drow probably aren't selling the good stuff, right? The poison arrows.
No, yeah. In fact, there's no. I mean, while you will see drow amongst the crowd, there's not like drow traders here.
Okay.
I mean, they might. I'm sorry. So there's not like drow merchant stands. So there might be individual traders who are drow, but there's not anything where you can go over and get drow gear or anything like that.
So if I just asked one of them, they wanted to come around the back and play knife flip.
Knife flip?
Yeah, come on in the back and I'll flip this knife in your neck.
Oh.
For your poison arrows.
Yeah.
Are we just gonna start randomly mugging?
Right. So
drow are only good for one thing.
This is probably a good chance to discuss the code of laws here in the city of Gracklstugh. This would have been something that you guys can easily find out or be communicated to you, so you don't have to risk doing stuff like that if you don't want to. But it's very simple code of laws in Gracklstugh that the Duragar all hold to and enforce rigorously, and that is for outsiders. Any crime, if you do it on purpose, the penalty is death.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Okay.
If you do it accidentally, the penalty is slavery for life.
Okay.
So any crime, and this is an extremely, while it is not a good place, it is extremely lawful place, and it is well patrolled and defended. And their basic structure here of law and order is that any Duragar is permanently deputized and can enforce those laws without question.
Oh yeah.
So if you see a group
Any
of drow,
Duragar, huh?
you see a group of drow, you're like, they broke the law. Give me all their stuff. Take them into slavery.
Yeah, and there are guards who come over and mediate, with that kind of stuff if there's disagreements, for sure. But that's the general tenets of how business is done here. Is there
another place that we can buy poison-tipped arrows?
So something like that would kind of probably be more of like a black market type thing. Gotcha. You have to ask around and talk to people, see if you can find something like that. Not impossible, but definitely not just out on the street.
Gotcha.
And these laws, just to set the scene a little bit or get you guys into setting some, these laws may seem harsh, you know what I mean, to the outsiders, but the one of the reasons they're there and one of the reasons all these Duragar in the city who know it well are super lawful is they all sort of work on this basic assumption that all Duragar as a natural innate ability can be invisible. So no matter what you're saying, no matter who you're talking to, no matter what's going on, there's always the possibility that somebody is invisible and listening.
Wow. What a great way to go through life.
Right. And so you just don't fuck around. These are the laws. Right. And that's kind of how it's working. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What about the passage to Skullport? Is that something that we have to purchase?
You will that definitely will be. I don't know if it's like illegal or black market information, but it's definitely something that'll take some work, sort of dig up. You can't just, you wouldn't just be able to ask directions at the docks or anything like that.
Gotcha. So there's no like AAA booth that we can get a triptych.
No, the triptych is not an innovation that dwarves.
Okay.
Although I love a good triptych, they are.
Yeah. No, you just order them just to have.
So satisfying.
The days of the triptych, a bygone era.
There are people who will listen to this that have no idea what the hell a triptych is. And I'm going to leave that to you to Google.
It's magical. If you love D&D maps,
Oh, true.
okay, if you love maps in general, yeah, this is golden.
I definitely remember taking multiple long road trips with my grandmother, and I would be the navigator. She would go to AAA and get a triptych and then say, like, okay, you sit here and flip the pages and tell me where the turns are while I drive.
Yeah, you were basically...
I have a confession to make.
Yeah?
I still get them every year for our hurricane kit.
Yes!
Wow.
I love it.
Triptychs to where?
How many places?
Just regional ones, like, in case we have to evacuate. So pretty much for the southeast.
Hey.
Very smart. I love it.
That's awesome.
They're so cool because it gives everything in perspective, because right now it's all like, digital navigation, just turn left here, turn right here. You have no idea. You can't like zoom out, and
if cell data went down, I'd want to have a map. So
yeah.
I feel like now, like if they're in case of zombie apocalypse, rally at Nick and Jamie's place.
Yeah, it's big.
I've got plenty of food and my hurricane kit is extensive. It's like
I love it. I got Lucille. I'll bring Lucille.
Yep.
Start excavating that bomb shelter.
Hey, you were supposed to stay quiet about that.
Yeah. In Florida, that's a sinkhole.
Sooner or later, it is.
Don't dig too deep. It's not going to turn out well.
Yeah, there's no basement in the Alamo.
Oh man! Anytime we get a Pee-wee's Big Adventure reference into these sessions, I'm very happy. All right, so it sounds like
I'd like to get a couple of grappling hooks.
Oh,
Two grappling hooks, 2 gold pieces a piece.
Okay, you got them.
And a bag of ball bearings.
You got it.
And that's
This
1
thing
gold
shot.
piece.
Oh, she has some caltrops.
Yeah, I get some of those.
Yeah, I think I already have some caltrops
You
from
should have
earlier.
Yeah, we got a bunch, didn't we?
Yeah.
I got a bag of
There's on page 160 and 161, there's trinkets.
Yes. Yes.
So I was wondering if I could just roll on the trinket table to see if, kind of like if there was a thrift store, maybe I kind of duck in, kind of see what sort of trinkets are lying around.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and make a roll. See what you find. You kind of you saunter over to this booth is not on the main strip because they probably can't afford the rent like the armorers and the weaponers can, but you find one kind of a street or two off.
Okay.
And there's this old Duragar woman in there who's got tchotchkes crazy, and there's cute little signs and knickknacks, and they're dwarf cute, so they're not it's not like going to tourist town in the U.S. You know what I mean? But and she says, "Oh, you found your way to my shop, little one. Getting a little toy to take home?" And she kind of just pinches your cheek unwelcome.
Oh, I oughta. I look over at Mornhelm and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just hanging out with my first dad."
First dad.
Exactly.
Must be not the last.
All right, so I'm gonna roll for a 99.
Ooh.
What?
A wooden box with a ceramic bottom that holds a living worm with a head on each end of its body.
That's so cool. Get out of here.
She says, "Oh, little one, you got a good eye. I call the big one Bitey."
The monorail episode.
And I treasure it and I'll be like, this is the best thing I've ever gotten.
And Bitey is the big head, and the other head I'll let you name. But Bitey's the one head just kind of sticks its head out of the box and goes, like he's hungry.
Like Audrey too.
And I'll pick my nose, and then I'll like a nice big wad of booger, and I'll just like.
Oh,
I feel that in the
Worm
back of
food.
my throat.
don't.
Oh my god.
It,
Hey,
you know,
the worm
I
gets you now or they get you later.
Yeah, but bitey. It's bitey.
Yeah,
hilarious.
he, like, you see him kind of like, he doesn't have any eyes. He's got like a worm mouth, He just kind of like sways back and forth, and whatever senses he has, he just kind of like zeroes in on this snot rocket, and just all of a sudden like comes halfway up out of the box and goes. Like, he's a little lizard bite on the tip of the finger there.
Ferocious one. You know what's funny is with the kids, I used to call those nose goblins, and this is amazing how it's come to this.
I don't throw up easily, but I might need to log off from this session.
Yeah.
She and the old Durgar woman just grabs your cheek and pinches you, and she says, "This one'll be a fine smither one day." And she looks over at Mornhelm and gives him like a crusty wink.
Yeah.
He's single. Just saying.
Single and ready to mingle.
Says, "Well, I'm only 300 years old. I could probably still have a few more sons."
Oh,
Ugh.
quite the meeting we've had here.
"Well, I'll be here. You guys enjoy the bazaar." And
He may want to stay. How much do you give for me?
What did you ask her? I'm sorry, I missed it.
He may want to stay. How much do you want to give for him?
He says, I could always
Come
use
back
this.
to you later.
Yeah. So if you really want to work, you come by later and you can help me pack up.
Oh,
Mm.
maybe another trinket.
She gives you another crusty wink. You guys stay out of trouble and don't just be careful out there.
So how much is my my box of worm?
Your box of singular.
Yeah, your box with Bitey and the other yet to be named Wormhead will cost you 1 silver.
All right. Flicker of silver.
So Dak, while that's going down, you don't have to be present for the booger eating. You can you sort of find your way over to one of the busier and neater looking armorers shops there, and
Selkie's gonna go with Dak because she's looking for 2 rapiers.
okay.
Be sure to check the leather. I got a set one time that was rotten.
Bornhelm, you want some plate armor too?
No, I'm good.
You've got
I
the
got one in the back and a shield in front.
you got the full chain currently, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So you guys go up to this shop, and this old Duragar guy who's missing a couple of fingers, you can tell he's been around a forge for some time, kind of looks you up and down and says like, all right. And he's there alone in the shop, and he says, "All right, how can we help you? What are you looking for?"
I'm looking for a suit of full plate to replace this suit of chainmail that I'm currently wearing.
All right. Well, yeah, we got that in stock. You're lucky. And he says, "Hey, grab that plate out from under that cloth in the back." And he looks at you and he says, "What are you thinking here? Gems, currency?"
Gems.
Yeah, gems. He says, "All right, got a guy that'll give me even trade. We can work something out." And he sort of looks back over and he says, "I told you to grab the plate." Looks over there and says, "My twin brother, dumbass." All right, it's gonna be 1,500 good.
Okay.
Get the damn plate.
I'd also like to get a great sword. Do you have a great sword I can buy here?
Says, "Oh, you'll have to go down the street to swings and things. They got the weapons. We just got over here."
Swings and things.
I love it.
What kind of swings do you sell?
No.
Oh, Joker, huh? Yeah, my brother's a Joker too. And he says, "All right." So you kind of get the impression he's alone here, but he keeps kind of looking over to his brother. God damn it! Where'd he go? Get the damn plate. And he just sort of stands there. He's like, "All right, so 1,500. You got gems, you got some gold and stuff." He'll say, he says, "If you're gonna just pay him, directly, right? Nothing,
yeah, nothing fancy."
Okay. He says, his brother's invisible right now, but apparently he's just not going to do shit. So he kind of goes over there in the corner and like reaches down and pulls this armor up. And Dak described to everyone what your freshly dwarven forged plate looks like.
Flat black all the way around. There's no shine to it anywhere.
He says, "All right, well, if you want, included in the price, I can fit this for you. Get it cinched up just right. Make a couple adjustments if you want."
Yeah, agreed. And I'll give you my my old full suit of chainmail.
He says, "All right, what do you want? What do you want for the chainmail? We could probably, hold on. Where'd you have this made? This isn't dwarven steel."
No, this was purchased in Waterdeep.
Surfacers don't know shit about steel. He says, "Yeah, probably melt it down and make a dagger or something.
Or sell it to the next chump that comes in here. Doesn't know the difference."
He says, Yeah, maybe. What are you thinking? What do you want for the chain?
Oh, just 25 gold.
He goes, "All right. Well, you're a big spender here today. It took me a long time to make that plate. This will be nice. So, all right, we'll do that." And he'll, in the custom of the on the ground, he'll kind of look back up at you.
And I'll spit on the ground too.
He says, "All right." He'll kind of like, all right. He pulls a bit of rope with some knots in it out and kind of like walks around. He's like, "All right, take a couple measurements here." And he kind of comes over to you and like sort of like getting fitted for a suit, in a tailor and stuff like that. He'll measure around his chest, and then you'll see him like he goes to hand out the other end to the thing. He says, "All right, grab that end while I walk it around," and then he drops it, and the rope just falls. And he's like, "God damn it!"
Brother's not even here.
Yeah. You can make an inside check if you want.
Yeah, there is no brother. Insight. Yeah, that's a 10.
Yeah, you already kind of guess what I'm getting at here.
There is no brother.
Referring to this non-existent, invisible twin brother. This asshole, he goes, "I got to do everything myself," and he sort of like stretches to get his dwarf arms kind of like around you and do your measurements. And he says, "Oh, Jesus, you've been eating all right, huh? Lots of rations."
There've been. Let me say I've been tracking my rations very closely.
He says, "All right, well, let me take this back to my shop tonight. You can come by, pick it up tomorrow. I'll be ready to go. We'll get the straps just right for you. I think you're going to be happy with this. It's going to look good."
Sounds good.
All right. Selkie, you're after some rapiers.
Yeah, I want to go there too and get a greatsword.
Okay. Yeah, so he can direct you down to swings and things.
Love it.
And
Is he from Argentina?
What?
Is that, I don't know how that relates, but all I can think about is "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina."
Ever seen a bolo?
Oh, those
They swings those things.
You guys walk up to to this booth, and there's all kinds of swords and rapiers and gleaming dwarvish steel kind of on display there. And one of the merchants kind of says, all right. Listen, all right, what are you guys? What are you after here? You're a fucking weird looking one. But that's all right. We're here in the bazaar. I guess we won't call the guards. And he's looking at Selkie.
He's gonna grimace nervously.
It's all right. That's all right. You're in here. What swings and things here. Non-discrimination policy. I guess they made us adopt it. Whatever. It's not my way, but okay. What are you after?
Do you have any rapiers in stock?
Yeah. We got some rapiers. And he'll sort of rummage around back behind the. I'm just pulling up the price of them real quick here.
25 gold.
Yeah, he'll say, okay. 2 rapiers, huh? All right, that'll be, kind of looks up at you and says, that'll be 500 gold.
Oh, no, it won't.
What do you mean? 200 gold's a fair price.
No, it isn't.
Okay, what's the problem? It's a going rate, 50 gold.
I think we'll be looking elsewhere. Thank you.
Well, you keep changing the terms on me. What am I supposed to do here?
Changing what terms?
I told you the price. You keep changing the price. What do you want?
25 apiece?
I said 300 gold. You said 300 gold. I said 300 gold. I said okay.
I feel. Hey, Dak. I don't feel like those words came out of my mouth. Did they come out of my mouth?
No, that's not what you said.
This is something else. You invite people to your shop. 100 gold is the first thing that came out of my mouth. You said fine, 100 gold.
No, I don't think the word fine ever left my mouth until this moment. No.
Did you have an invisible brother too? He's the smart.
I believe she said 25 gold for 2 rapiers and a greatsword.
And a great sword now. Hold on. Reaches down and there he pulls out. He says, "Yeah. We got one of those. Don't sell too many here. Us. That's the Duragar with these short arms. We can't really use them. But okay. So now we're changing the deal again. That's fine. 2 rapiers and 1 greatsword. 250 gold, just like we said, right?
No. We said 25 gold.
Don't forget this.
Maybe
spear.
we go as high as 25 gold each.
I can't work with people who keep changing the price.
Can you direct us to the next competitor of yours then?
No, you got the best stuff here. I'm just trying to do fair business, and am I crazy here? What is going on? I'm giving fair business. You change the price every time you open your mouth, and this is just, this is the Blade Bazaar. This ain't no podunk shit heap. Come on.
I lean in real close, and I put my hand on his shoulder, and I say, 100 gold, take it or leave it. And I want to do my best intimidation check.
Okay.
16.
Silky.
Oh, Selkie's assisting?
Selkie's, yeah, if I can.
Sure, yeah. How are you assisting? What are you saying?
I'm gonna glower in my most glowery glower.
Yep.
You juggle the knife.
Glower. We'll say the glower is worth a +2, so we'll make that a 18. And he says, I'm saying the same thing that came out of my mouth every time we talked about this. 100 gold for a greatsword and 2 rapiers. Do you even speak common?
It sounds like we're speaking the same language now. Pass him the gold, Dak.
Done and done.
Right, just like I said. 50 gold for the whole deal, and he snatches up the 100 and says, "You crazy people, get the hell out of my shop."
after you hand us our weapons, of course.
Right. He'll do the deal.
Awesome.
Selkie, tell everyone what your rapiers look like.
Did he sell us good quality? Okay.
Yeah. No, it's you guys can inspect them if you want and look them over, and it's rock solid stuff. Yeah, per the dwarvish reputation.
And the blades are going to be a beautiful shimmering steel and filigree handles, which is a comfortable grip, but laid in with just beautiful silver dwarven work.
All right. Very nice. Dak, what's your longsword or your greatsword look like?
It is almost as tall as I am, with a long leather-wrapped black handle with just the faintest shimmer around of silver around the hilt.
Yeah, nice.
And a blade that looks like it could easily cleave a human adult from top to bottom in one a fell swoop.
Yep. All right. So I think by my accounting, in terms of expenditures, you guys are somewhere near maybe a little under 1,600, something like that. Does that jive with what y'all are thinking? And
yeah.
what
1,600 with all the gear and everything too, right? The gear, the armor, the weapons.
Does anybody have a feel for what you might have left in the bank after that? Or is that something you need to do offline?
Figure it out offline?
Okay.
Yeah, can we do that, figure it out later? I know we have more than that with all the gold and gems and stuff we picked up.
Yep, I would think that. I'm more like we could figure it out offline, but just what do you have for the rest of the stay here in case the gold becomes a thing? All right. Any other shopping? Any other desires for equipment or things like that?
I'm good. And
Just
rations.
be making sure all the rations are non-fungal based.
There's plenty of goddamn rations.
if we edit all these episodes together, we could do like a full hour that's just rations.
Oh, probably.
So now we need to find a place to bed down for the evening.
Yep. And easily asking around, your friend or Zock's friend at the dock can tell you outsiders are the one place that they're sort of welcome in town, or that welcomes non-Duragars, is called the Goldburn's Lair. And it is your quintessential Dungeons and Dragons inn. And if there's nothing else you want to accomplish in the bazaar, you can head directly there. Anyone in the place can give you directions. All right. You all head there, and you sort of walk into this big open room, and the culture here is such that the smoke and the smog from the furnaces just permeates everything. It doesn't do any good to open a window or close a window, or open a door or close the door. It's just everywhere. And there's two bartenders sort of hanging out behind the bar as you come in. A few assorted patrons sort of sitting at tables, either for a meal or for a drink. And one of the bartenders is kind of doing his best to keep most of the smoke and the smog and the ash kind of out of people's drinks and off the bar counter. The other one's just doesn't care. So here you are in the Goldborn's lair.
Is there any entertainment?
Are you asking the bartender?
Yeah. When does the band go on?
Kind of like looks up at you and just says, "No music, no art. Get back to work." Sort of cleans the bar off a little bit.
How much for a night's stay?
Yeah. He looks up at you and says, "For all of you, you're going to need probably 3 rooms. This crew, that's with squeezing them in. I mean, 1 gold per night, per room, includes breakfast."
And what if you could put on the stage the best damn performer in all the Underdark?
He says, "We don't give a shit about music here. We just want to go to bed, get back to work. This is Gracklstugh. You can take that. You can take that stuff and take it back to the surface dwellers."
What if you knew for a fact that people drink more when they're enjoying the music?
Kind of looks up and that would track if you didn't have somebody Durgar in here. They're not gonna like it. I'm just telling you.
Thought this was for outsiders.
He says, "All right, look, I'm not gonna tell you somebody can't come in here and sing their little songs if they want to, but I'm also not gonna promise your safety if anybody gets pissed off."
That sounds like a mosh pit in the making.
Yeah, I was going to suggest just kind of do like maybe a proper PowerPoint presentation off an Excel spreadsheet. I'm sure like that would probably.
Will this presentation include efficiency matrices?
Well, damn straight it will.
That might be better for this crew.
I'm just like this.
Coolest band ever. Proficiency matrix.
Selkie's already nodding off.
Bueller, anyone?
I want Zockram the Bard to get his first chance up on stage.
Yeah, I'd actually, if I go up there, I'm gonna do my best. Bueller. Ferris Bueller's, what was the teacher's name?
Ben Stein,
Yeah.
the actor.
Ben Stein.
Yeah, the Ben Stein. To just give like a complete presentation on supply, demand, proper efficiency.
Okay. It's kind of it's still probably like a late afternoon here, something like that. I mean, it's all dark here, so there's not sun up or sundown. But the bartender will say, She's like, well, if you want the most people, usually on the shift change, there'll be people that come through as they get up and go to work and then come back in from the other shift. Because that'll be in about an hour.
Yeah, look at Dak and go, don't rock the boat.
I put my hands up. You're the bard. I'm just the backup singer.
So we'll have our chance. Don't rock the boat. How much time has passed, by the way?
Since you got here?
Huh?
Since you arrived in Gracklstugh?
Yes.
I don't know, probably with the shopping, walking around, pulling the boats up. So the better part of the day. It's starting to get late afternoon now.
Okay.
Right. I definitely look like a goblin again then.
Yeah,
lasts for an hour.
Yeah, for 1 hour disguise self for an hour. So
Yeah,
I think we would have cast it again then.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys will have to keep that up if you want to keep looking like Durgar.
Yep.
And I think Mournhelm, yours works that way too, right? It just lasts for an hour. Yeah. So you guys, we'll zoom past it and say you've kind of have burned your spell slots for the day, just keeping that up and running. Does that seem fair?
Yeah, that seems fair. So we better get to the room. So no more presentations. I think it's time to finish now.
Okay.
And I show the bartender. I'm like, look what I got today, and I'll show him a little box.
Yeah.
He kind of like
You do.
he takes like his like steampunk spectacles off and like and he's like, what's in there? What's in there, you little shit? Show me.
I love it.
And he kind of looks down and Bitey sort of. You open the box.
Yep.
Yeah, Bitey sort of
flies out.
Bitey like looks up and just says that, like he's hungry again.
Do you have anything you would want to feed him, mister?
Oh no.
Like an appendage?
He says, "The hell is that? What the hell does that thing even eat?"
He'll eat anything you give him.
He says, okay. And he'll kind of, I don't know. He'll like pluck out a crusty whisker. You know, is it bite? Yeah.
You just put it right on the end of your finger and he'll just take it right from your finger.
He kind of sticks it down there and Bitey goes, snaps it off. He goes, I like that one. You should call him Bitey.
Bitey.
I look around to Team B, the NPCs, and if we get our keys to the room, I suggest they head on up there.
Yeah, Darendale will walk over to the bar. Have you got any proper elven wine? I would love to just take a sample and help people. This monstrous quaggoth, for those of the people that don't remember, like this large, hairy beast.
Yeah.
The taste of home would just really do a spot right now.
I think, we should start elbowing our way up, shoving him up to his room.
Fargus will say, "Oh, we got a spot of wine myself."
Grab him by the hair.
Barkeep.
All right.
Yeah.
So for 1 gold per day, you guys have accommodations at the Goldborn's lair, and if there's nothing else you want to accomplish with the rest of the day,
did we find our way into Skullport? Are there unsavory folk that we can start trying to figure out how to get there?
Yeah, I think I don't think you would have. It's probably going to be a few hours of work. You know what I mean? Just kind of working the docks and looking for people and stuff like that.
Okay.
You could go back out in the evening if you want. Give it a shot.
I'd like to get to work on it, but I don't know if it needs to happen right now before we go to sleep or first thing the next day. Whatever makes the most narrative sense.
Yeah. Here's a problem. My spell slots have been burnt up. I mean, I only got 2 hours pretty much of doing Duragar. I mean, we could see how a tiefling goes, you know.
Sounds like long rests.
Well, it don't need to be that. I mean, the Duragar son could bed down, and then random child tiefling could be wandering the streets late at night.
Yeah, you guys tell me. What do you think?
I think long rest sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So you all go to your rooms and successfully accomplish a long rest for the evening. And when you guys wake up in the morning, the thickness of the smoke and the fog has sort of started to settle into your bodies, into your lungs and your equipment, and it sort of permeates everything. And so I'm going to need everyone here to make a fairly easy Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Does that affect me? I do breathe. Yes.
Yep, then it affects you.
Okay. All right. Because one of my defenses is resistance against fire, so I didn't know if that could be.
Yeah, this isn't.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Constitution saving.
All right. Here we go.
5.
5. All right. Flox, how'd you do?
22.
Okay. Zoc.
10.
Okay. Mornhelm.
21.
And Dak.
17.
So I think those of you below an 11 are going to start the day with 1 level of exhaustion, as you have contracted what's colloquially known as Gracklstugh.
That's amazing. All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
Gracklstugh.
And as it is with 1 level of exhaustion,
Mhm.
you will have disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay.
I
Gotcha.
think I heard Warhelm say, "Hey, Gracklstugh."
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be good. That's yes. Right. You gotta have the pipes.
Ooh, goody.
I think that's gonna be a perfect song for this round.
Great.
Oh, little Jethro Tull.
Where? Oh gosh. All right. Somebody roll for me a d20.
And the old person?
I rolled a 9.
A 9 it is. I'm assuming you guys want to head back out into the city today.
I know my number one goal is finding somebody that looks like they're on their way to or on their way back from Skullport.
Gotcha.
Yep. So you guys are headed down to the docks. Would probably be an easy if you're looking for navigation advice or how to get to faraway places. Unless you have another idea that seems like an obvious thing to me, but do you have a different place you'd like to ask around?
Yeah, I guess that's good place as any.
Yeah, and I guess in case I didn't narrate this, and anybody in the bar and just general knowledge can tell you that outsiders are welcome in this Dark Lake district and in the particular inn that you're staying at, but generally speaking, nowhere else in the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you guys, now that you've kind of have got the layout for the city, you would also notice that the basic layout of Gracklstugh is such that there's sort of the northern half of the city where you guys are and where the district is and stuff, and then there's this long sort of cavern or it's a geographical fissure through the middle of the city, which is known as Ladger's Furrow. It has bridges going back and forth across it, but that sort of splits that part of the city that you're in from the southern part of the city. And folks can tell you that's the southern part of the city is off limits to outsiders and is sort of where the seats of government and the noble houses and other things like that reside. So as long as you sort of stay in this Dark Lake district here, near the bazaar and everything, you'll be fine. But if you want to go other places, it'll get more guarded, more difficult to move around, and more risky.
We can always put out a flyer. Come meet me at the, if you know anything about Skullport.
That's one way to do it.
So those pieces of paper. Do you know where Skullport is?
All right.
Are there any people that stand out in the crowd? Like, are there other traders, trading companies that we would see?
Yep. So along the way, you can't miss the person that stands out the most. And I'm assuming you guys that have your change on are all Duragar again.
Yep.
And everybody's coming with you, right? Like the whole crew goes.
Can we leave the NPCs behind?
And the Iron Lung guys?
Aww.
Oh.
I don't want to lose you. Well, a little bit.
Oh.
Well, let's see here. I guess we can go out. I'll go out. You guys changing?
Did.
Okay. All right. So we got an hour to do the deed. And then I only have one other spell slot to be able to do that. So I'd like to keep that in my back pocket.
Do we need to have now that we're in the city and we know that there are lots of different races that are available or are in the mix, do you guys still need to look like Dwargar?
I don't think so. I don't think at this moment, especially if we're keeping to the bazaar in the Dark Lake area. I think I'm just going to go ahead as a tiefling, but keep hooded, keep my cloak up, hood up.
Okay.
Just kind of blend in.
Okay, Mornhelm, are you going to go about as a Duragar or in your normal shape?
Well, I thought mine doesn't require a slot.
Oh, that's
because it's a feat.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
It's my Smurf Neblin feature.
All right.
But does
Very
it still
cool.
last an hour?
Yeah, mine's a feat as well. But what mine does is it says I can use it without using a spell slot, but I can only do that once per.
The spell ends when you use action to dismiss it.
Gives no time limit.
I'm looking, but I don't see one.
Oh, if you look up, it says duration. Should say what duration is.
If you look up the name of the spell.
Yes, you're right.
Because there's a lot of those where they're feats and they mimic the spell, but you can do it for free without burning a spell slot, but you can only do it usually like once a day before a long rest. So we might want to keep that in our back pocket in case we got to jet out of here and maybe head to the docks or something.
Get lost in a crowd.
Do they care about goblins?
No.
Okay.
No races particularly unwelcome here. It's a pretty busy port. Yep. Okay, so everybody's going out in their normal. So yeah, you guys are on your way down to the docks. It sounds like, and along your way, you can't miss this. You see this drow woman with a couple of Quaggoth slaves. She's obviously drow nobility. And she's
a priestess.
She kind of comes up to you and says, "Do you know where I might find?" We didn't give him a name, but the guy at the dock that you guys met is called Bildo, we'll call him. And she says, "Do you know where I can find?"
Wait.
Say that again.
Bildo. I made it up.
Bildo. Not.
Yeah.
With a D?
Or his name is Jeff.
His name is Jeff.
Okay,
Jeff.
Jeff Dilbo.
Yeah.
Scratch that for person. Jeff, do you know where I can find Jeff the Duckkeeper? He has a cargo due for me.
Quack, quack, quack.
What kind of cargo?
He says, well, I'll be taking back some of the Duragar with their obvious disadvantages. Clearly, their metalwork is something that we can make use of.
The last time we saw him was down by the docks.
I think he was going to, what's it called? Skull something or other? Do you know where that is? Maybe we take you down there.
Skull something? I think you'll have to be more specific.
There's more than one place with the name Skull in it.
Skull Island?
Yeah, I was going to say everything is skull or,
what about
something cool like that.
What about Skullport? Skullport.
The old Grackle one,
Oh, you are an adventurous lot. After this Port of Shadows, are you? Well, no, I don't know. But I'm not from here, and I'm not much of the adventuring sort, In fact, I detest it. But I believe someone in my network may be able to assist you with finding it for a small fee, of course. That's something I may be able to arrange for you.
What kind of fee?
She says, "Well, isn't this fun negotiating out of the bazaar? Oh my, I do see the appeal."
Hey, we didn't charge you for telling you where Bildo was.
Oh, that is your mistake, Master Goblin.
Jeff.
Your mistake.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It's Jeff.
Yes.
She says, "Well, something, perhaps, I don't know. Maybe 5 gold, just enough for me to seek out and find a fine bottle of wine later, perhaps."
5 silver if you're lucky.
Oh, roll a persuasion check.
13.
She says, "Well, I suppose I can fund my own wine drinking tonight. 5 silver it is. Now, where are you staying so that I can have my contact meet you?"
I don't remember the name of the inn.
Goldberg's lair.
Goldberg's lair.
She says, very well, and may I send her around this evening to find you?
And what is she going to tell us if she finds us?
Well, I don't know the details, but she is an excellent adventurer, and she knows all about strange ports and things like that. She may be able to help you directly, or perhaps point you in the right direction for this skull port you're seeking.
What does everybody think?
I'll be on the roof.
Good plan.
Does she like music?
Unlike these savages, we love a good bit of art. We drow. Soothes the soul. You know,
I hear there's a good band playing tonight.
Silver daggers. Oh, it's all quite lovely.
Sounds good, I guess.
Well then, it's a deal. I will have her meet you in the common room of this Goldbor's lair this evening. Isn't this fun?
And
fun.
what is your name, drow woman?
Oh, I am Milzeldo of House Zorlaren.
Doesn't sound made up at all.
Better write that down.
I don't have to, because I'll get a podcast out and then go.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. And Jeff. Yeah.
Yes.
Just I can't do it right. Just the look on her face too when she says it.
She says, well then, I wish you a happy hunting in your quests, and my slaves will now go collect this cargo from Jess.
Very good.
Okay, and that is your encounter there. Anyone who'd like to can roll, it'll be difficult, but you can roll history checks for me if you like.
We'll give it a shot. Can Sarah do
I
it
got
as
a
well?
6.
Yeah, I got a 6.
I got a rock. I got a natural 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Man.
Zakram.
I'm not doing combat tonight because my rolls are.
Oh, natural 20.
All right. Natural 20. It was going to be tough, but a natural 20 is what it is. Zok,
Yeah.
in her name, you caught that she is part of House Zolarin,
Yes.
the Drow. And you, where a lot of other folks may have missed it, put 2 and 2 together and realized that House Zolarin is an ally in the Drow capital to House Mizram.
Is that where we're from?
And House Mizram has the Arch-Drow priestess who was pursuing you guys at the front of the adventure.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lovely. Very good.
Something tells me she's not going to send us an excited adventurer.
Well, I'm sure there'll be excited adventurers.
Should we just go kill her right now?
Can't.
So tempting, Ralphie.
Make sure the maitre d' comes to your room tonight.
Come on,
Nice.
Dad. Let's go do it.
I think we just need to be prepared.
Should
When
we
I say prepared, we might want to leave town.
let's can we keep looking for people that look like they might know their way out of town?
Sure. Yeah.
Do we have to do something for that?
Yeah, roll around.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there like, I don't think I have it in this version. There's not streetwise or anything like that, right?
I don't think there's streetwise in this. There's
Um,
survival, insight, history.
Wetners.
Yeah, I think if you're just trying to maybe spot some travelers, maybe it's perception. If you want to like keep an eye on folks and figure out if they're safe to talk to or maybe knowledgeable, maybe it's investigation is what I'm thinking. I don't know.
Okay.
like
I
vanity.
think that might be like a
Perception.
wisdom. Yeah, perception, more wisdom than anything. Hey, let's invite them all back to the inn. Like all these people.
Everybody.
Like everyone we meet. Let's invite them back to the inn.
Crazy.
Or a big show.
chaos.
Yeah,
Mark,
for a
big-
big show.
Yeah.
Big
Outsider
suit.
show.
22 for perception.
Okay, yeah, Selkie, you spot kind of a handful of folks wearing tricorner hats over in the
What? Pirates!
yeah, over near one of the seedier docks down there.
Oh, and she definitely noticed because she was very jealous of the hats.
And these are like, you can tell these are not like, you know, like new fancy hats. Like these things have yeah, they've seen some track. Yeah.
I got a crust.
Yes.
Yeah. Are y'all going to approach these fellows?
Absolutely.
Hell yes.
Yeah, we want their hats.
Our brother.
Tell us about the hats.
How much for your hats? How much for the hats?
You guys kind of saunter over, and there's a couple of humans and and an elf sort of lounging against
Real
these
elf.
clears. And they have the salt the salt spray about their clothes, and their boots are clearly those they seem like they'd be more comfortable on the waves than they would be kind of walking around, which is why they're leaning on the wall. And you guys kind of walk over to them, and they sort of the elf sort of spots y'all on the way over and like taps his friend on the shoulder, and they all kind of stand up. So, something we can do for you, or are you looking for someone?
Did your mummy make any more hats like that?
He says, oh, a funny guy, huh? Yeah, she loves making hats, actually. One of the best hat makers there is. You want to talk about it? You want to talk about it outside?
All right, shiver.
Are there more hats outside?
And the elf sort of just puts his hand on his shoulder, and they look over at the elf, and he kind of like looks around and gives him one of these. And then the elf will say, "What's your business, friend?"
We're looking for a port.
Well, you found one, didn't you?
Looking for a different port.
Yeah.
A port a little closer to the surface.
Okay.
One that's not necessarily concerned about law and order.
Yeah. Sure. I know a few places like that. You know, we never do business there. We perish the thought, but you might know a friend who can direct you to some kind of places. What's the name of this port?
I look around, I get real quiet. Skullport.
Kind of his eyes look around again, and he says, "You sure you want to go there? You look a little bit, I don't know. Clothes are clean. You look a little bit like you might not fit in so good there."
Trust me, this is where we need to be.
Well, all right. It's not easy information to come by, though. In fact, it took my friend a long time and a lot of effort to figure out how to get there. Now, what kind of a businessman would I be if I just sent him right to you? What's it worth to you for this information?
Say 1 gold piece to start.
He says, "Well, that'll barely get my drink spot tonight. What about my 2 friends here?"
You meet us at the inn tonight with the information we want to know. We'll make sure you get all the drinks you need.
Well, I'm a modest kind of guy, but my friends can drink a lot.
Don't worry about it. Your friends will be covered. We just need the information.
Okay, I'll see what I can pull together for you. Where do you stand?
That inn you told us about.
Gorbler's Inn. All right, very well.
I'm writing this down. What's the name of it again?
For the record, I am trying to be disciplined with not using Slack during the session. It's not helping. It's hard to remember stuff. He says, all right. Well, we'll see you there. Good looking out, And kind of the elf will sort of nod to his 2 friends, and they'll kind of readjust their hats. And they'll sort of move along down the docks.
Do we have a good feeling about them?
Roll insight. I think this is just Dak, because he was doing most of the talking.
Yep.
Oh, my insight check was a 4.
Right.
Perfect.
Seems legit.
Got this. Doesn't matter at this point.
So did we.
We're all set, people. We're good to go.
This is our ticket.
All right, let's go back to the inn and drink until everybody else comes. Then drink some more. That'll be great.
All right. So you all, was there anything else you wanted to kind of accomplish today?
I want to get my armor.
Oh, yeah, sure.
No.
Yep. You kind of head back over to it, and the guy's there, and you go back to the stand, and kind of nobody's there, but if you call out, kind of or ring the bell, he'll come back out and say. He says, all right. He's like wiping the sweat off his brow, and like he kind of hangs his hammer back on his belt. He's like, "I told my stupid brother, put these straps on last night. I come out here this morning, I look at this shit, he didn't do anything. I'm working on this all morning, but it's ready to go. Here it is." And he'll bring out the armor, and it's looking even nicer than it was the day before. You can tell the straps are well-oiled and leathered. The buckles are clean brass, and the breastplate is polished and ready to be worn.
Awesome.
If you try it on, like it's like a glove. The adjustments he made, you can tell like he really knew what he was doing here.
Great.
Good, yeah.
I'm all set with my flat black plate armor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Durgar steel. Nothing quite like it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can I visit the trinket store one more time?
Are you
going in as a goblin or going in as
right? So,
or you burning your?
You run back over there all excited, and you got Bitey in your pocket. I'm assuming, right? And,
Yep.
And you walk up, and the old Durgar lady, she says, "Oh my God! Don't let anybody in this city now. What do you want, you filthy urchin?"
And I'll say, I don't know. What?
Hey! Hands on the table. Don't steal anything.
I think I lost my way. Goodbye.
And I'll leave the door, and then all of a sudden a Durgar enters.
A child Duragar?
A child Durgar, and I'll be like,
Did you just see that goblin? Whoa! They let anybody in here.
Yeah, I've seen so many goblins, but that one's disgusting. Extra filthy. I'm gonna tell the guards to keep an eye out for him. I didn't get a good feeling from that one. But hi, sweetie, how's Bitey?
Oh, he's eating as much as ever.
Oh.
Oh.
and I'll say, do you mind if I look around to see if there's anything else?
Well, yeah, go right ahead. Here it is.
54. Oh, a candle that can't be lit.
Oh.
She says, I've been holding on to that one for years. What a treasure.
That sounds like a treasure.
No, my grandmother gave me that, and when she died, my grandfather told her the story of he found that in an old dungeon down there somewhere, back in adventuring days. Not like today when these people think they're adventurers, but in proper adventuring days, he found that candle and he brought it back, and then she put it right there on the shelf. And then when he died, she would just not light it for like 100 years until she died. And I got it, and I didn't light it for like another couple 100 years. And now here it is. It's a great candle. That'll be 1 silver.
I'll take it. I'll sniff it.
I'll take it.
That's all right. And she gives you another, give you another hard pinch on the cheek.
I'll say,
Now, listen, when you have these treasures you take out of here, just listen to me for a second. When you leave out of here, there's goblins around. You tuck them inside your underwear so you don't get your pocket picked, okay?
Maybe I'll even play a trick on the goblin. You know what I mean? I'll be like, hey, here's a candle. And he'll take it back, and he'll think like, oh, I'm gonna light it because it's gonna help me light my way. And then he's gonna be like, what? The Duragar!
I can't stand them. And you listen. You just be careful. Unsavory folk. I'm gonna have to have a word with the guards. They can't just be letting anybody walk around here.
Well, let's not worry about the goblin.
I'll say, I actually have a question for you. I was like, you've been around a long time, right?
I'm 306 years old.
I was reading a story in a book, and it talked about a place called Skullport. And I was like, whoa, this place sounds neat. Have you ever heard of a place like that before?
It sounds terrible. What an awful place. And what kind of books is your father letting you read? Where is he? I should have a word with him.
It was a book about scary stories or something like that. The ones that kind of keep kids in line.
Oh.
That's why I'm so good.
Well, maybe he's doing a better job than I thought, Dan. But no, I don't go anywhere. It's dangerous, and who would keep track of my shop? I've been here every day for 267 years.
Woo.
And I'll be like,
Sunday off.
all right.
Well, thank you.
All right.
Oh, and I'll
Don't forget to
I'll
put
open
Bitey
up
in
my
your underwear.
I'll open up my box and I'll say, "Do you have anything you want to feed Bitey?"
She'll kind of like peer down into it, and her eyes are kind of hazy and glazed over, and she'll say, "Oh, this was his favorite treat when I used to have to feed him." And she'll just she'll reach down under the counter, and she says, "I just share a little bit of my lunch with him." And she pulls out a little bit of a dried worm, and just a little teeny mealworm, and just drops it in there, and she says. He jumps up and snatches it, and she says, just like that, you know? Hey, maybe for their people, cannibalism's not too big of a deal. I don't know. He doesn't seem to care too much. He's a pretty happy worm.
Well, I guess I'll go find my dad or my dads.
Be careful. Put him in your underwear, okay?
Make sure the box is closed.
Yeah. All right, I'll meet up with the crew.
All right. Anything else in the market for y'all?
I don't think we're gonna find anything as good as he did. Bless you.
Well, I didn't tell you about my candle yet, unless you went into the store with me.
No. Hey.
I'm sure you're gonna find out about it.
That was a flat no.
Yeah, this is my little secret.
Yeah. So anything else during the day, or are we gonna be heading back?
Yep. Is there anything else y'all want to accomplish?
I got my armor. That's all I care about.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a few more rations. We're good.
And passage
Moving
to
on.
Skullport. That's it. That's you got your rations.
I'm big on that. Come on.
Gotta keep getting those rations.
Should have never.
I'm a growing boy. Come on.
So you all, if there's nothing else you want to accomplish out in the bazaar, if there's no more trinkets for clocks, if there's no more rations to be had or to be gleaned, I'd like for one thing, now that you guys have been sort of around the city for a couple of days, we're going to make a group insight check here.
Okay.
And so group checks work, most people have to beat the average here to sort of piece it together.
Gotcha. I got a 14.
Okay.
3.
Ooh.
30-20.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
23.
I got 14.
I mean, I get advantage on it. The first dice was a 3, so.
So please remember, those of y'all with Gracklstugh are on disadvantage.
Oh, right.
Oh, crap.
So that would in fact be a 7.
Oh.
Wait, does advantage and disadvantage cancel each other out?
Did you have advantage for some other reason?
I did, yeah. My character has advantage on insight.
Oh,
So roll again.
So we'll just go with your first flat roll. That's fine.
Okay, so that I'd have a 7 altogether.
Oh, did you roll? You rolled with advantage first.
I did, yeah.
Okay, so let's sorry to do that. Let's just do a reroll. We'll just do like a 1 flat d20.
Okay. That'll be 14.
Okay. Yep, that's what we need to do. And Zoc, you dropped down, right?
Oh, yeah, significantly. Okay. I got a 3.
Yeah. So yeah, but Selfie's check is enough to keep the group average above. So things you've kind of observed here, sort of some of the odd behavior of the merchants, sort of the tenseness in the city. You guys are just kind of just talking during the day, and Hemeth, who's he's been in and out. You know what I mean? He hasn't been going everywhere with you because he's from here. But he sort of meets back up with you and he says, listen, I can't put my finger on it, but a lot of people are nothing's going on that I can tell, but folks just aren't acting quite right here. Something's a little off with the city. I don't know what it is. And you think he's kind of referring to, the guy talking about his invisible brother, or the guy who couldn't keep track of the prices at the merchant stand.
Yeah.
Some of this other stuff going on.
To say your brethren are a little Looney Tunes here, huh?
Yeah, normally, I mean, listen, we're not the most welcoming lot in the world, but
It's a dark elf.
we're not crazy either.
The dark elf has taken over the city.
Or is it the influence of a dark god?
Ooh.
Or is there something magical to this fog or smog?
Ooh. Ooh.
All things that point to the drow.
All reasons to get the fuck out of town.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
That old
Yeah.
lady, she didn't like goblins.
What? What? Get out of here.
That's a
That's the
dead,
most messed up
dead,
thing I've
dead
ever.
red flag.
And if there's nothing else to accomplish, kind of out in the market or the city for the rest of the day, you do have enough time if you want to. This didn't take a total ton of time, but you have a couple meetings set up for this evening. So, was there anything you all wanted to do, sort of in the between time, or do we want to fast forward to the meetings?
I'm good with a fast forward.
Yeah, I'm good. I got nothing else to do in this place except burn it to the ground, but we're not gonna do that yet.
Good luck in a city made of furnaces. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fine. There's a way. That's just a
Give 'em
challenge.
frostbite.
No, all right, should I say an opportunity?
I made a city you guys can't burn down. Ha!
Help
We can burn it up.
We'll have to go the other way. We'll have to extinguish all the fires.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Ooh, there's a quest.
Yeah, flood the.
Yeah.
So you all head back to the Grolbor's lair you're in, and you are you going to just kind of hang out in the tavern there and wait for the evening time to see if these folks kind of come in?
Yes.
I think maybe like we should go ahead and set up the band, even though it's not welcome.
Yeah.
You'll probably be running out of. Wait, are you? But Zoc, you're still a tiefling, right?
Yeah, I'm still a tiefling. I haven't burned any of my spell slots for Disguise Self, so I could probably work my way up there and do something very sensible.
Clocks, are you Goblin or are you Durgar?
Oh, could be Goblin by now, right?
I would be Goblin by now, but I have spell slots. I could go back to Duragar.
Yep.
If I needed to. It probably would be good, I think, to kind of blend in. Have some of us like not obvious.
I don't know.
Eldeath,
Go ahead.
Eldeath and I are going to patrol all around the building just to see if they send some people on ahead.
So before you go in, you mean?
Yeah, not go in.
Gonna be there at 6.
Yeah, I'll Duragar up for the meeting.
Okay.
I really want to see Zakram on the bar dancing to Lowrider.
No, it's on the bar
Sea shanty.
dancing to tequila.
Oh, tequila! That's it. Tequila.
No.
Full Pee Wee Herman
You see
on
the
the
arms?
bar.
You do the arms
Yep. Pee Wee's Big
up on your
Adventure.
high heel toes.
Got the platform shoes.
Yeah,
Shoes.
totally.
Yeah, you guys walked up.
That song is
This
such
is
a
not
trigger.
going to go over well. This is going to be a massacre.
All right, so Clocks, you Durgar up, and Mornhelm, you and Eldest sort of you split up and make a perimeter around the outside of it, and you don't spot any. Well, I guess go ahead and make perception checks. One for you, one for Eldest.
Perception. 14 plus 2, 16 for me.
Okay.
And she's probably the same. She got a 12 plus her perception.
Okay. You don't. When you guys arrive at the tavern, you don't notice anything. Nobody's like staked out outside the place or anything like that. There's somebody like by the back door waiting for you. Is that what you were looking for?
Yep. People in the woods close by.
Yep.
Archers.
What's the crowd like in the main bar area?
Good questions.
No?
Yeah.
What's Zoc's take on it all?
Yeah, sure.
Should we do a little music interlude? Should we do go back to the PowerPoint presentation? Should we do a spoken word?
Yeah, you there when you guys go in there, you kind of caught it like the bartender mentioned, sort of at a shift change.
Mm-hmm.
There's about it's a healthy crowd for this place. There's 19 folks in there.
Okay.
I'm gonna say about 3 of them are Duragar, and then there's another 16 that are just sort of a random assortment of different races and things. There's a few elves in there.
Ooh, okay.
There's a couple of Darrow. There's one lonely Quaggoth in the corner by himself. There's just a few other random folks kind of all scattered through the place.
Would you say it's a?
Oh, sorry.
Did you say it's a hive of scum and villainy?
Yeah, it's not the most savory lot. I don't know if they're all quite as nasty as Mos Eisley folks, you know what I mean? But it's more of the merchant crew, and they're in a nasty place maybe, but not necessarily looking to blaster anyone first or last.
Do we get the impression that just the Duragar have been affected by whatever's affecting them, or does it seem like all these other races have been too?
No, I think it's just a general mood of the city, and that would mostly affect, as far as you've noticed, mostly would affect the Duragar. So that's probably a good assumption. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I guess more like the folks that are there, right? If there's people that are passing through, maybe not quite as much, So what's the system, Zoc? Are we gonna set up the PA here?
Yeah, I think so. And I need Clock's assistance on this. So, yeah, he's my stage manager presently right now. I'm not going to say stage manager. I think he's my roadie / pyrotech.
Your PA.
Yeah, technician.
I'd agree with all that, but Fox isn't here. Ralphie's here.
Yeah. Oh, Ralphie. Yeah, he's a Ralphie. Yeah.
Jeepers, mister, can I help out with this? This looks...
No. Of course. And I know your dad. He's just a great guy. I mean, I can't explain how just awesome he is. But yeah, get over there. Run these cables. So
should I do over under or?
You better do over under. Or I'm gonna break you at every joint in your arm. Yeah. So I'll be off maybe to the side. I won't make it apparent, but I will go ahead and use my ability to produce a loot in the shape of a great axe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys see him, and you all haven't seen him do this before. This would be a newly gained ability that he just picked up. But he sort of just wiggles his fingers, and this black substance just materializes sort of out of nowhere, and then solidifies in his hand. And he almost just shapes it as this instrument comes into being.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we're gonna go ahead and start.
Right as you get ready to do that, Dak, you're kind of taking your seat there. The sailors from earlier walk in, and you see them kind of standing in the doorway looking around.
Oh, excellent! The sailors are there.
Yeah.
All right, I'll start off with Drunken Sailor. That'll be my first song.
I'm gonna put some ball bearings in a cup, and I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Here you go.
I beckon the sailors over to come to get a good seat for the show.
All right. Yeah, they all look at each other and then nod, and they'll pull up a chair sort of next to you, and they'll say, "Hey, what's all this now? I don't hear too much music in these parts. This is kind of weird, man."
This is the good devil music.
All right. Well, listen, don't let me tell you what's good, I guess. But smart. Create a distraction so nobody's looking around. That's great. I like how you think. Let's say so. You're looking for directions to this port.
Yeah, Skullport.
Yeah. Well, here's what I can tell you, but we should agree on a fee first. You got us.
How about 1 silver piece?
Funny guy. My friend, he spent years looking for it.
And did he find it?
Well, I mean, he said he did, and then we never saw from him again.
Do you know how to get there?
So how did you know he said it then?
He told us he knew he'd found it. I was supposed to be on the boat. didn't go at the last minute. But since then, he hasn't come back.
We met
Says
some
it's a little-
Dwargar. We met some Dwargar that said you can get to Skullport directly from Gracklstugh.
He says, well, if that's the case, I sure don't know how to do it. I'm not the one. You sure that guy was telling the truth?
Well, I killed him before I could be sure.
Yeah, a lot of that going around, I guess. Yeah, you can't be too sure with these guys. Probably the best move. He was lying to you. He says, here's what I can tell you. Are you going to mention to him that you found that logo on the boat?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and you can sort of draw out that fort emblem symbol that we described earlier, which was a sun, the city of Waterdeep, then the sun, then like a pile of rocks, and the sun casting a shadow kind of on a port. He says, the easiest way, this might not be a shock to you, but I can tell you the easiest way to get in there. But 1 silver's not going to cut it.
How about 1 gold?
What's it worth to you? He says, I'm thinking bigger, buddy.
Tell me what you're thinking.
Kind of looks you up and down for a second and says, it's a mighty nice looking greatsword you got there.
You want the greatsword that I just bought here in town?
Well, listen, that'll keep us in booze for a few days here.
You know, I bought this greatsword for not too much money. I could offer you not too much money.
He says, well, what are you thinking? Why don't we go? Why don't we say 40 gold here?
What can I get for 40 gold?
I'll tell you exactly what my friend told me, which is how he was going to get to Skullport.
This is a friend you never heard from again.
I told you it's a dangerous place, man. I'm just being straight with you.
All right, 40 gold.
And he says, all right, not trying to be rude, but money on the table, if you don't mind.
All right, well, I take whatever share of gold and gems that I have on me, and I put it out on the table.
Okay. He'll kind of pick it up and weigh it in his hand and go, yeah. Open it up a little bit. Yeah, looks about right. Not too many honest people in this city, I don't mind. Kind of like dealing with honest folks every once in a while, you know. Can't do that all the time. Costs too much. Then he says, here's what he said. You paint that logo, you pack yourself box, and then get it on one of these Duragar ships. They'll take you right there. Somebody that knows how to go, you take no risk.
So basically you're telling me nothing?
He says, well, that's how he was going to get there. All I know is they got to get to Waterdeep first, and then from there, it's anybody's guess.
Do you know how to get to the surface from here?
He says, well, there's a rumor there's a portal somewhere here in town, but not on this side of town. But anything with magic like that's going to be pretty well protected.
I'm going to turn to him and say, you're full of shit, and I'm going to take my money back.
All right, are you going to snatch it back? And he's kind of holding it there.
Snatch it back.
All right, yeah, make a dexterity check. He's going to contest it.
I got a natural 1.
No!
You wind up it's like spraying out into the crowd.
I just take everything I have, throw it into the air.
Like a piñata.
Zoc, what song is playing right now when it stays down?
Yeah.
What song you got going right now?
Oh, right now, let's see. I would love to do a version of Gracklstugh right now. So pull out a flute instead of the great axe that I'm playing.
Right. Yep.
The great lute, I should say.
Yep. Go ahead and make a performance check.
Okay, that is a dirty 20.
Yeah.
All right. The non-Duragar crowd is they're nodding their heads. They're loving it. They're into it here.
Excellent.
You see a few of them start to kind of saunter over to the bar, get a couple extra drinks, maybe more than they would have otherwise.
Beautiful.
The sailor elf will look back at Dak and go, elf reflex is no match for you humans. And he looks at his buddies and says, come on, we're out of here.
I want to punch the guy in the face.
Okay, make an attack roll.
25.
Yeah, that'll hit. Roll your damage.
It's a straight 5 on a punch.
Okay, yeah, there you go. You kind of crack him right in the jaw, and his lip bloodies, and he says his buddies like lunge at you, right? And then he just He grabs them both. He says, damn it. There's going to be guards everywhere in a second. Let's just get the fuck out of here. He wants to sucker punch me. That's fine. We'll find him later when he's not looking. And he'll start to try to pull him out of there.
I want to yell at the top of my lungs, Mosh pit!
Oh, all right. I changed tune.
What's it going to be? What's the mosh pit song?
Slayer, Rain and Blood.
Slayer, Rain of Blood. Yeah, it is. All right, the rest of you all kind of noticed this going down with Dak and the sailors over here, and you probably can't hear because of the music. But what's your reaction?
Mosh pit.
Mosh pit.
So you see this little Duragar boy.
Yeah!
And dives and hits him in the knee.
I jump up and hit the knee. Yeah.
All right, these guys are going to try to. They feel like they've tricked you, Dak, and they're going to try to. Run out the door in the mosh pit.
The guy with the money, if I can grab onto him.
Okay. Yeah, let's have you make a grapple check. He's going to contest that.
Can I Misty Step behind the guy to give Dak what is it? Pincher advantage?
Yeah,
Flanking.
Flank, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, he's going
Right.
to do an acrobatics check to try to evade that.
Am I rolling to grab the guy?
Yes, strength athletics, I should say.
All right, 17.
All right, you snatch him. You grab him by the cuff.
All right, I throw him back into the mosh pit.
All right.
I'm gonna. I'm sorry. Go for it.
Mornhelm, anything? You see this guy try to bolt for it. Dak grabs him and throws him back into the inside of the tavern, and Selkie sort of stepped in front of him and blocked the doorway. Anything you want to add?
Did anybody make it to close to Selkie?
She sort of jumped in front of the guy that was trying to run out the door.
Wait,
Three of them.
I used Misty Step, the teleportation.
Right.
Right.
Very good. Okay. And I just hit him with the flat of my sword.
Okay, make an attack roll.
In the eyes.
Yep, non-lethal attack.
Yep. And it's 14 on the hit.
Okay, 14 on the hit. That will hit.
Okay.
Full damage for non-lethal.
Non-lethal. I don't even know what it is.
It's that same damage, but you told me you don't want.
Same damage, just doesn't knock his head off.
Right, exactly. You just won't kill him if it goes to 0.
Okay.
Unarmed strike is your strength mod +1.
Well, he's going to use the sword, so he can still use his weapon. Yeah, and just.
So it's a D8 plus 3.
Yep.
Well, that would be 11.
Okay. Yeah, that's enough. This guy drops unconscious.
Yep.
Okay, so he is unconscious on the floor. His two human buddies look at each other, look back at the door, and they both go to book.
Out the back door?
Yeah, I mean right out the front. That's where they're gonna run past Selkie.
Do we care about these guys, Dak?
Nah, I shrug.
We got 2 out of 4.
She's gonna step aside and let them.
Okay, yeah, the two humans will book out. There's an unconscious sailor on the floor. That's never happened here before.
Death might like to hit one on the knee with a hammer.
What's that?
Death might want to hit one in the knee with the hammer.
Oh, yeah, if you want to take a swing at him, she can totally do that.
Sure, and that's 20.
All right, she'll hit. She's trying to kill him?
No, she just wants to make sure he can never find his knee again. So what is that? That's a D6 plus 3?
I think that sounds right.
And that's 4.
All right, he kind of knee kind of swells up, and then he'll continue kind of running out the thing, and his buddy is going to drag him out the door.
Yep, I just kept kicking the slats on the way by.
All right, Dak, you got this unconscious guy on the floor. You can snatch back your purse if you want.
You know what? I'm just gonna take the money and I'm gonna put it right in his pocket and say it's been fun.
All right. You're gonna leave him there on the floor.
Sure.
Yeah, you guys kind of successfully suss out the lying sailors who are trying to scam you, basically.
Yeah.
And Zoc plays on, and the band starts to love it, and all the chaos as these guys run out the door, and the music plays louder.
They all start to dance.
They all start to dance. Yep, the day the music died. You guys sort of maybe don't even notice right away as a hooded figure appears in the doorway, and and looks inside. She takes a step inside and pulls back, and you see the face of a what looks like a drow woman start to scan the crowd. And that's where we're going to stop for tonight.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Mid mosh pit.
Mid mosh.
Perfect.
mid concert, mid mosh, mid drow.
That's right.
It was a fun session with almost no fighting.
Yeah.
Just exploring the town.
Yeah, you just got a sucker punch in.
My rolls were pretty terrible.
We can't have a good time without killing anybody.
Totally can.
Yeah, I definitely didn't get any good rolls until we started fist fighting. I think that's the Dax go-to.
We had that was a ton of fun, and we had a ton of combat a week ago. So
yeah, true.
Charge you guys up because this one was going to be a little more exploratory, right? So
yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for doing all that, guys. I'm excited with where this is going. And predictably, I had no idea what that was going to look like. So.
Hey. Luckily for the guys at the door, I was going to buy a long spear.
Mm-hmm.
I could have got them both at the door.
Could have been ugly.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, please do your accounting. Kind of sum everything up for me in the inventory channel of what you spent, what you got left, and stuff like that. And you can just assume we get it all down to just one gold value. You can swap out gems and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Just want to, for the next session, want to have a clue of where you guys are at.
Yeah.
Source-wise.
I was going to say, Dak, you're the big spender.
That's true. I spent at least 1,600 myself, just on the armor and the sword.
Yeah, it's a good investment. Your AC, I think, with the shield.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I use a great sword,
okay,
my AC is 19. If I want to use a one-handed and a shield, my AC is 21.
Oh wow, nice.
But the great sword, you get to use a D12 on your damage roll instead of the D8
Long
for
reach.
a sword.
I think a great sword's 2d6.
Is it 2d6 or a D12?
Oh, I think it
might be wrong.
2d6 is definitely better than a D12.
Yeah, it is.
I haven't added it to my sheet yet.
Slightly better.
Yeah, at least you can't roll a
1.
You can't roll a 1.
You can't roll a 1. That's it.
Yeah, great sword, 2d6.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Yeah, 2d6 slashing. Yep, and it's definitely two-handed.
And what's the next?
Two-handed.
Next up, can you get up to 4, like at 5th or 6th or 8th level?
As far as I know, just with straight melee attacks, that's the biggest damage you can get.
Yes, 2d6.
Without any magic or anything like that. I think like a battle axe is 1d12.
Great axe is.
Great axe.
Yeah, my paladin in our family campaign has a great axe. It's a D12.
Nice.
I like the great axe.
It's my paladin spell books.
Yeah, it is.
Very nice.
And my one for this campaign.
Oh, nice. Oh, those are awesome. Nice. Where'd you get those?
Oh,
those are so
Amazon.
Cool. Oh, lovely.
I keep my spellbook cards in them.
That's awesome.
That's perfect. Yeah, that's great. That's a lot better than that cardboard box that they come in.
I have all my cards in this this card box I found.
Oh, nice.
It's a milkshake, and it says better than yours.
Pretty great.
Nice.
Nicholas just bought us some inspiration coins too for our family game.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Cool drag on them.
Please.
Yeah.
I heard a great mechanic for this, and this is what we need to do because I'm the worst at giving you guys inspiration. Like I always forget, and there's plenty of times you're probably already owed it for great role playing and stuff like that. This is what we're doing from now on, unless you guys really don't want to. I think it works. You guys can give each other inspiration. You can't give it to yourself.
Whoa.
You can say that was great. I think Adam could say, Zoc, I think you deserve inspiration for that. So you guys are on your honor system there. I probably will never push back on it. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, that's fun.
Inspiration for everybody.
Yay! You get inspiration.
Hey,
you get inspiration.
Look under your chair. Inspiration.
Look under your chair.
You can totally do that, and I can bring the Demogorgon out every week.
Yeah. Yeah, inspiration this.
We can have straw and writing on the Demogorgon. That would be
Oh no!
I picture like the Roman arena, and we're asking each other, "Do I get inspiration?" And everybody holds out their hand. No, no inspiration. Yeah, inspiration.
No, and here
Thumbs
comes the
up.
lions.
Yeah.